So onions are something you can't get enough of, and it's been an excellent year for onions, all sorts. The only ones that are left in my regular garden now are these Vidalia onions. Thanks, Jim, for giving me some starts. I hope that they will be happy in the Pittsburgh soil, which I've greatly modified with topsoil and compost from Garden Resource Center and sand from over by the train tracks. My onions were taken over the garden, so I pulled out most of them and replaced them with this crazy bean experiment. The beans were supposed to grow on the okra and the corn, but the beans are winning, so we'll see what happens. I'm moving all the onions over here to the perimeter because they act around here. They act kind of like an annual, a perennial, and they just keep coming up. So deer tend to not like onions, supposedly. So I planted a lot of what are called Egyptian marching onions or waltzing onions all around this area, and they're my second favorite plant. They make these groovy little onion heads up top that you can plant and eat, and you can eat the whole darn thing. When they're ready, you get these perfect shallots. They're delicious, a little garlicky. I've moved some other white onions over here that I transplanted them in the early spring, and they're going to live over here now, and they're doing really well. Some chives, and then when you harvest these shallots and some of the other onions, there's a lot of parts you can use. Obviously, the edible bits. If you can't eat them right away and you trim off the stalks, you can let the heads dry out a little bit, and then they'll store nicely in a paper sack. Don't need to buy any onions for quite some time. You can save the seed heads and share them with your friends. I don't have much luck starting seeds. Hint, hint. All of the parts of the onion can be made into paper and dye. There's a little baby garlic right there. Get them out of the way. The stalks can be cut up and use the flax break, just like I would with the flax, to bust up the fibers and get them out of the stalks. You can use the leaves, and you can chop them all up, bust up the fibers, cook them, and make them into a really pretty yellow paper, which I will be doing later on in the week. See you later.